Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new, welcome. Today's post-burn review is a collective review of Goose Creek's Winnie the Pooh collaboration, which included 4 fragrances. Since this release comes with all 4 candles in a beautiful decorative Winnie the Pooh themed box, I've decided to include all 4 candles in one video in hopes that these reviews will be helpful with deciding to purchase this collection or not. I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh fan since childhood, so it didn't matter to me what scents were going to be in this collection. I had to have it. Let's get into the overall packaging because this box is stunning. The front of the box features a beautiful illustration of Winnie the Pooh and the gang trailing through the 100-acre woods. Around the edges of the box, you have the honey dripping on the sides, and when you open the lid, the top inside of the box has a map of the 100-acre woods. Below it is the 4 candles, each with whimsical wraparound labels that represent the names and fragrances of each candle. First up for review is Stop and Smell the Flowers, with scent notes of fresh green grass, apple blossoms, garden cucumber, and aloe dew. The fresh green grass serves as a crisp, energetic opening. It delivers that bright, fresh-cut lawn scent, which is earthy but not overly sharp in this fragrance. It sets that atmospheric tone of a stroll through the 100-acre woods after an early spring rain. The apple blossom brings in a soft, delicate floral sweetness with just a hint of fruitiness. Unlike heavy orchard apple scents, apple blossom stays light and airy, and in this fragrance, it keeps the blend from being overly herbal or floral heavy. The garden cucumber isn't as dominant in this scent as it is in Goose Creek's Cucumber Garden candle. It's a supporting note that adds a cooling aquatic bite to the scent. It cuts through the crisp green edges of the grass note, offering a clean ozonic freshness that makes the throw feel breezy with an outdoorsy freshness. The aloe dew functions as a smoothing element. It ties the fresh greens and soft floral notes together with a soothing spa-like aquatic finish, giving the overall scent a lush, hydrated depth. To me, this fragrance translates as a rejuvenated botanical spring morning, and it's balanced perfectly between fresh outdoor greens, cool water notes, and soft orchard blooms. This candle comes with thin rope-like wicks that don't burn too hot or fast during a 3-hour burn session. It creates a nice deep even wax pool and has burnt clean on all 3 burns so far. When placed in my open concept, the scent was noticeable and present in the room I had it placed in, so I'd rank it in the soft medium range. It also filled my bedroom nicely without overpowering it, so for me, this candle is a solid room filler. If you typically enjoy Goose Creek's fresh spa-like scents and you don't mind the addition of a gentle floral scent added to it, then this may be one of the 4 fragrances that's a winner for you. I love fragrances like this one, so it's definitely a winner for me. Next, we have Pooh's Farm, which has notes of ripe peach, bright lemon, brown sugar, and honeyed vanilla. I tend to enjoy the way Goose Creek does their peach-dominant scents because they don't come with the typical stench or cat urine-like scent that some peach fragrances come with. The peach note in this candle is a lush, juicy, sun-ripened orchard peach. It's sweet, soft, and flesh-forward rather than artificial candy-like. To me, the lemon note doesn't stand out and instead acts as a balancing agent, and I feel it cuts through the heavy sugars so the fragrance doesn't turn cloying. It also keeps the fruit note feeling lively and fresh off the tree. The brown sugar offers a rich, warm, caramelized depth. It coats the juicy peach in a baked good warmth, giving the sweetness a slightly dark molasses-tinged texture rather than just a plain white granulated sugar. When it comes to the honeyed vanilla, it operates as a cozy base that glues the blend together. The honeyed aspect gives a nod to Pooh's favorite treat, adding a golden nectar-like quality to the smooth, creamy vanilla that lingers beautifully in the background as the candle burns. Rather than a tart fruit or sharp citrus blend, this burns like a warm, freshly baked peach cobbler, although there's no crust note, or a stone fruit preserve straight from a rustic farm kitchen. It's a decadent, sweet, and comforting scent that's great as a transitional fall fragrance. This candle has mid-sized rope-like wicks that burned a little hot on the first 2 burns, but here on the 4th burn, it seems to have mellowed out. It's been burning nice and clean with no visible soot coming from the wicks, no soot accumulating inside the jar, and no discolored wax. In both my open and closed concept, this candle performed in the strong medium to high range. It was capable of filling both areas with fragrance and was very noticeable without becoming overwhelming. The fragrance also lingered nicely in the air after the candle was extinguished. I would say if you enjoy peach scents, then you may enjoy this candle, but just know it's more of a warm, sweet peach fragrance and not a bright, juicy peach scent like Goose Creek's Georgia Peach. Moving on, we have Sweet As Can Be up next with scent notes of juicy plum, sun-kissed strawberries, honey nectar, and creamy sandalwood. Instead of a sweet artificial strawberry jam fragrance, the strawberry in this candle brings a realistic fresh picked tartness. The honey nectar provides just enough rich golden sweetness to round out the tartness without making the scent overly sweet. Even though it's in the background, I can smell the plum adding a dark, rich stone fruit fragrance to the berry note. It prevents the strawberry from coming across as too high pitched and introduces a deeper, slightly wine like warmth that shifts the fragrance out of the bright midsummer season and pulls it towards early autumn. The sandalwood note gives the entire blend its sophisticated, cozy structure. Rather than smelling distinctly woodsy like pine or cedar, creamy sandalwood adds a soft, buttery, and slightly cashmere like warmth. It transforms this candle from being a simple fruit fragrance into a plush, elevated blend. This candle comes with slow burning wicks, however, it doesn't impact the candle's burn quality. Despite the lower flame, it's able to pull out and create a deep, even wax pool, and I don't see any visible soot while the candle is burning. Due to the slower burn, I found that I'm able to enjoy burning this candle a few hours beyond the recommended burn time without having any issues. I've burned this candle in both my open and closed concept, and for me, it fell into the low to soft medium range. It's not so light to where it seems unscented, it's just a subtle background scent in my living room space and more of a gentle but noticeable room filler in my bedroom. Overall, I think this is an elegant, soft, fruity fragrance with a pleasant warmth to it that's great as a relaxing bedroom candle. And last but certainly not least, we have 100 Acre Woods with scent notes of dewy green leaves, wild freesia, spring flowers, and mossy cedarwood. The mossy cedarwood takes center stage, delivering a rich, grounded, and atmospheric woodsy profile. The moss isn't too dominant and adds a cool, damp earthiness that feels authentic and forest-like, while the cedarwood supplies a smooth, dry woodiness that anchors the entire scent. The wild freesia and other spring flowers, which aren't distinct, plays a supporting role in the background. The floral isn't heavy or powdery like jasmine or rose. The freesia provides a clean, airy, soft sweetness to keep the scent from feeling too dark or heavy, and it acts as a gentle floral accent rather than the main focus. The dewy green leaves work alongside the light florals to lift the heavier, mossy wood notes. It adds a crisp, rich moisture to the fragrance that brightens up the earthiness, giving the impression of greenery with a little morning condensation on it. To me, this is less of a bright spring floral and more of a transitional fall fragrance that's perfect for when you want an outdoorsy golden hour forest atmosphere. I think it will pair nicely with Stop and Smell the Flowers, as the fresh dew and cucumber from that candle will highlight the dewy greens here while adding a bright contrast to the grounding cedarwood moss. I'm currently on the third burn, and 100 Acre Woods has been performing good in terms of the burn quality. It pulls out nice and evenly, it's not burning too hot or fast, and I'm not seeing a lot of soot, so overall the burn has been good. In a large open space, I'd rate it in the soft medium range, and in a small to medium enclosed space, it's more on the strong medium side. It has a noticeable presence in 2 out of 3 rooms in my open concept and has more of a stronger room filling presence in my bedroom space. Overall, this Goose Creek Winnie the Pooh collector set is a beautifully balanced, cohesive lineup. Whether you're drawn to soft, airy spring botanicals like Stop and Smell the Flowers, or versatile transitional fragrances like 100 Acre Wood with its atmospheric cedarwood moss and soft dewy greens, this set really covers all your bases. Paired alongside cozy fruit profiles like Pooh's Farm and Sweet As Can Be that carries you from late summer into early fall. The burn quality is pretty good, and the fragrances feel thoughtfully blended to capture that wholesome, nostalgic atmosphere. If I didn't have a ton of candles waiting to be reviewed, I'd repurchase this entire set in a heartbeat. I highly recommend it, and if you made it all the way to the end of this review, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.